Hello, welcome. It's good to be here. It's good to see you. I see we already have a visitor. Hello, Amy. It's so good to see you. And I hope it was a good kind of emotional, positive emotion. Um, but glad you're here now. And anyone else who's out there, I'm glad that you're stopping by to visit. In case you don't know, I'm Laurel. I'm a writer, or at least trying to be a writer. I tend to do fantasy with some occasional romance. And sometimes I dip my toe in sci-fi and some other stuff, but mostly it's fantasy. Ah, thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. I have trouble with the affirmations. And thank you for joining us. Oh, thank you. Everyone is making me feel so nice today. All right. So, what's everyone up to? What's everyone working on today? How's everyone feeling? I am feeling distracted by the cat who just came into the room. I purposefully left the door open for them. It's an experiment to see if they can behave themselves. But Fat Cat just came in and is sniffing around at things that I'm now wondering if I need to get things off the floor so she doesn't eat them. I think she'll be okay. I am going to try to work some more on. Can you hear him? Noisy cat has entered the room. I'm going to try and work on some of my kind of Viking-ish fantasy work in progress. Kitty says hello. I did not write anything yesterday, but I did go back through what I had written. I'm a little past 4,000 words, so I went back through and I made some notes about some edits that I want to make and like things that I know something needs to be added to the story, but I'm not quite sure what or how. So that's what I'm going to be working on, is maybe adding in some of those places and maybe adding on to the where I left off writing last time. So feeling pretty emotional today, but other than that, I'm doing great. Yeah, sometimes emotional can be good. Sometimes you just need to feel your feels and get it out and let that run its course, I think. So I hope that it's cathartic or at least positive in some way. At work overnight, so I'm hungry and sleepy, but good. The night is slow and giving me time to prepare for this afternoon's live stream. Nice. So are you in the States, Adrian, or are you, I feel like you had a US accent in the video that I saw with you talking, but I could be making that up. You, of course, do not have to share if that is too personal. But I'm always curious about where people are coming from. Aha, might start outlining my NaNoWriMo novel today. Very cool. I remember you said you were excited for Preptober. So if you want to share your plans for Preptober / NaNoWriMo, we'd love to hear about it. Monday night writing sprints will touch on outlining. In Florida, originally Puerto Rican. Interesting. Lived in Buffalo and Florida. Very cool. I have never been to Florida, but I have been to Buffalo. I've never been to Puerto Rico. Very nice. A little north, a little south. Yep. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, very cool. I will be asleep by that time, but I might try and catch the replay. I'm not as, I don't enjoy the replays of the live streams as much because I really do like the aspect of being able to chat with people and interact with people who are actually there. But sometimes the live streams replayed can help me get a lot of stuff done. If nothing else, they remind me that I should be writing, which is a reminder that I sometimes need. All right. Well, we've been talking for a few minutes. Maybe we should get to writing. I am wanting to yes, I think that you are probably right. I think he was on time to one of the streams I've done, and it was very exciting to see him at the beginning, but the rest he's shown up at like the 5 minutes to the end mark. Yeah. All right. Well, I will have to check it out then with promises of rewatchability. I will have to check it out. So I was wanting to support some fellow YouTubers by using their timers that people have created. So yeah, I've got the Nihilist Geeks 20-minute timer up here. And I thought we could start with that, and then we can find a different timer if we want to later, or we can stick with this one if we like the 20 minutes. But yeah, get your stuff ready, get situated, and let's do a little sprint. And 3, 2, 1, choo! And we're back. Charlotte, in case you are still here this last couple seconds, say hi to Renee for us, and hopefully we'll get a chance to pop over there at some point before her stream is over. Yeah, I thought I had checked to see who was streaming tonight, but I missed that she was streaming, so hopefully we'll get to see her at some point, or at least I hope I get to see her at some point. So how did everybody do? I noticed we had some kind of writing workshopping going on. Could have used some accountability the last little while. I spent the last half hour looking for a note on a scrap of paper I know I wrote. I couldn't find it, or the photo I knew I took of it. I laugh because this is an all too familiar situation. Let's see, Charlotte stopped by, but she's probably gone now. And yeah, we were talking about cliches. I missed the original. Book seems really cliche to me. Is this the? I guess I'll back up. I haven't looked at these yet, have I? So, figured out the title of the nano novel yesterday, which made me even more pumped to start writing. That's very exciting. And Halcyon Tournament. Okay, now I'm caught up. I like that. I don't think that seems too cliche. At least I don't think I've seen that title before. And sometimes, like, maybe it's a cliche, but that's because it's familiar and people do enjoy familiar things. So Adrian likes the tournament idea. Charlotte got here. We said hi to Charlotte. We talked about daylight savings time, or daylight stupid time, as I like to call it. I'm not a fan of changing times. I feel like we just need to stick with one time and deal with it being dark for longer parts of the year. But that's just me, though. I don't think that the book should be cliche. I don't think that the idea sounds cliche. But you know your book better than we do, I guess. So we were talking about the cliche, the worries about writing cliche things a little more. So Adrian says maybe you can find a way to flip the cliche on its head, consider a different spin on the cliche element. I mean, people like werewolves, and there are a lot of werewolf stories that aren't Twilight. So I think it can be done. Yeah, I mean, I have my own, like, I find that all of my main characters kind of fall under that kind of the generic strong female protagonist umbrella. So I get that. Classic monsters and fantasy creatures like these, I find it useful to turn to the best representations of them in fiction and identify what made them great. Yeah, I agree. Like, what tropes do you want to use, and what tropes do you want to avoid, and what tropes do you want to kind of turn inside out or put a different spin on? Adrian is saying everything that I want to say, and he's already said it like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, very good advice. I concur with all of this. And then I think we're just about back up to speed. Yeah. Yeah. I love when stories take like familiar tropes and do something different with them. And honestly, I really love some stories that just use the classic tropes exactly as they are. And there are some tropes that I don't even care if they're overused or if they're cliche. I'm happy to watch them anytime. So Adrian is editing videos, always a task that I dread. I'm getting better at it, but I have slowed down a lot. I started right at the beginning of 2020, and I had a plan of trying to do a video every week. And that has not happened. I think I kept it up for the first 3 months. I managed to do a video every week, maybe even 4 months, but I think like May or maybe I lasted like partway into June, but summer hit and it was just like, no, I can't do it anymore. So I'm down to more like 2 videos a month, I think. Halcyon means a place and time where there was peace. Yeah. Yeah. I think that I'm intrigued. Brandu, you're not so late. You're like 30 minutes late. Not so bad. Yep. Brandon was late. We took bets on it and we were right. That's good. Yeah, I feel like maybe there's just like a hump that I need to get over skill wise in the video editing. And then once I've gotten over that, I won't dread it so much, but I'm still like every time I open up DaVinci, which is the program I use, every time I open it up, it's like, I don't remember how this works and I have to relearn half the stuff and it doesn't come out as good as I want it to. The real question is when I'm not late. It's true. I think that you were on time one time. So poor Brandon. Hey, you are very on brand for yourself. Oh, so how much did you guys actually get done in video editing or in outlining or in whatever you were working on. Did you make some progress or tiny progress, no progress? I don't think anyone made no progress, even if we were just kind of brainstorming in the chat. That counts as progress, I think, especially when we're trying to work through problems or get new ideas. YouTube. One word to describe my inner struggles. Oh dear, oh dear. All right. Well, it's been a couple minutes. How do people feel about doing another sprint? And should we do the same 20-minute timer, or should we try a different timer? Booked by Adrian, got lots done during the sprint, made a couple quick animations on videos. Nice. Loopholes as far as the eye can see. All right, let's go for it. 25-minute sprint. All right, let's find a 25-minute timer. And all right, we can use Sid's 25-minute timer. Let me figure out how to find it. Search. Sid pack. 25-minute timer. Okay, we've got, that's a 20-minute timer, 15-minute timer. YouTube, you're failing me. Why am I not seeing any 25-minute timers when I specifically put it into the search? I think you guys, my timer search is kind of failing. I've now found 25-minute timers, but they're not from anyone that I know, which was like the whole point. Oh well, I guess we can use this rainbowy one. And we found this one. So, and a 3, 2, 1, shoo! We're back. The timer kind of caught me off guard, and it just kept making that noise forever, it seemed like. It looks like people were busy in the chat debating who is the better writer. Brandon, it's okay if your story is a mess. We all experience that. It's a matter of whether you can edit it so it's not such a mess. I know that my story is a mess too at the moment. So we can be a mess together. He says, no, it's great. No, you're better, you're better. Yeah, I haven't been on Wattpad either, but now I know 2 people who are writing on Wattpad, so I will have to check it out as well. Brandon is saying that Amy's stories are masterpieces. And we had another round of no you, no you. You know, it doesn't have to be a competition. Apparently, Brandon's story is doing well on there, so that's exciting. It's always nice to have people read and appreciate, so we're happy for you. Let's see. All right, I will look it up. So it is Brandon Farrell at Brandon Farrell 04. Okay. And Amy, you're Amy L1234, I believe I saw. Feeling the pressure. Yeah, hopefully we will enjoy. Adrian, as opposed to a drain. All right. So how did everyone do? What did we get done? Aside from the Wattpad discussion, did we get some words in? Did we finish editing videos? Did we make progress editing videos? Did we brainstorm some good ideas? Recommend rejected and hope. Rejected and hope. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to read it and find out. Lily and underwater. Oh dear. That's okay. I mean, most of the fun of these live streams is that we do spend it chatting. When do we never chat is the question. Agreed. It's more a question of how chaotic and off topic the chat is than whether there will be chatting or not. Got a bit of outlining done. Hopeful. Excellent. So I promise I am going to remember to get on Wattpad after this stream and look you both up. It shall be done. Got another animation done. Almost done with this batch of animations for the video. Nice. Yeah, I have not tried to animate anything in the video editing stuff. That is beyond where I am right now. But I was really impressed with your book trailer. came across as really professional to me, and I'm far from an expert on book trailers, but from my standpoint, I thought it seemed really well made and really professional. So I was impressed. Amy got 180, very nice. Brandon's gonna start chapter 4 soon. Yeah, we all gotta support each other, I think. Chapter 4. Very cool. Let's see, what did I get done? I am still going through and kind of revisiting my edits, adding a little bit of backstory, adding a little bit of character building where I think it's needed. There are some things that, like I had someone taking a boat someplace, and then later on they had to go someplace else to get a boat. And it's like, something's not adding up there. So I had to resolve the whole boat issue. So that's what I spent most of my time on, is making it clear that in this scene she's swimming and in the other scene she is on a boat, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. And also trying to explain why she and her brother have such a rocky relationship with each other. Yeah, I can definitely tell, like, some thought and some energy went into it for sure. Yeah. All right, we are at the hour and 15-minute mark. We've done 2 sprints that hopefully were productive. The ever-annoying boat continuity problem. What is it about boats? Like they're always moving around or something. My arch rival. Yeah. Oh, Brandon, speaking of rivals, I would love to hear your input on twin life, because my brother and sister character are twins, and they have a big rivalry between them, which I know is not necessary for siblings, because I have my own sibling who I don't have any issues with, and I know isn't necessarily an issue for twins, because the twins that I know all have good relationships with their siblings, but always interested in any insight that you can offer. Really badass name for a female werewolf. All right. Brandon has some good ideas. I don't know how to pronounce the first one. Maybe Kaveen. I think the second one is Cersei. Dardane. I will not guess at the fourth one. And let's see. Ben. Bon. Jan. Lycia. See, if you go the not entirely Irish route, then at least people know better how to pronounce it. But you don't necessarily have to do that. I think that there can be some great discussions about how things should be pronounced. We've got we're twins because we're both writing about twins, I guess. The impression that they don't want to be in each other's shadow. My nieces are twins and they try and stay far away from the same as possible. Yeah. So my dad is a twin, and I mean, I obviously didn't know him or my uncle when they were growing up, but they seem to get along just fine now that they're adults. My really good best childhood friend is a twin, but they are very, very different. Like there has never been any question of whether they were successfully separating their lives from each other. So there was never really any competition between them because they were just so different from each other. I know you're a twin. That's why I was asking about it. Lucia or Lucia or Luna, because that is for the moon. Yes, I like all of these. Oh, for the record, I think that you can definitely go the Irish name route very successfully, though you might have to put in some pronunciation guides or something. Yeah, Luna is a pretty name. Alacha or Alaka. All right, we've got many potential name options. Excuse me, Brandon is a twin? Yes, I believe Brandon said he has a twin sister, though I could be remembering incorrectly, and feel free to correct us in the comments, Brandon. And also, do you have other siblings or just the twin? Because I think that could make a difference in the relationship as well. But I don't know. All right. I think we can fit one more short sprint in and then call it quits just a little bit early so that we, if you want to, I probably would. So we can head over to Renee's channel and officially wish her happy birthday, since I believe that's what Charlotte said her stream was about. So let me know if you are amenable to that. I mean, I guess when it comes down to it, I am the boss, and you will have to go with what I decide. But I think I'm okay cutting this a little bit short of the 2-hour mark so that we can go support Renee. Let's see. Amy says 15 minutes. I think that sounds good. A little brother who tends to be very tiring. Yeah. What's the age difference between you? I'm 4 years younger than my brother, and I'm sure that I was very tiring for him at points in our lives. Yes. Amy and Brandon double streamed, so they already wished her happy birthday. Brandon has one older brother, a twin, one younger sister, and Jesus, Christmas, over 80 cousins. I don't know how many cousins I have, but I am certain that it is less than 80. 15 minutes sounds good, and some of my cousins even have the same name. Oh, interesting. I don't think any of my cousins have the same name. I can't think of any that have the same or particularly similar names. Boyfriend has a couple cousins that are similar, like Alexandra's and Alex is, or if that makes sense, like similar names, but none the same. All right, let's do a 15-minute sprint and then we will wrap up. 15-minute timer. And I remember seeing some SID timers before, so maybe we'll try that this time. Yeah, let's try the purple glory timer. And a 3, 2, 1 sprint. All right. We got through it. Nicely done, guys. Sorry about leaving the timer paused, apparently. I hope it wasn't too long before I noticed that you pointed that out. I think it was maybe a minute between when you mentioned it and when I saw it. So I guess it was more like a 16-minute sprint instead of 15. But hopefully we got some stuff done. Adrian, if you're still here, thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you. You have a good day and good rest of your night at work. And let's see. Oh, there is no way I'm going to catch up with all of the chat. But let's see. We were talking more cousin names, more numbers of cousins. Yeah, Brandon, that's a lot of people who all share a name. Let's see. Feeling pressured by family to have kids because they deadass calculated mine and my siblings' love life, and they said at this rate, I am most likely to have kids. Oh dear. I think that you might be a little young, but that's just my opinion. You should do that on your own timeline. A single Pringle, like, so how's your love life? Yeah, I think sad to hear about the boyfriend, but you know, you've probably got a whole road ahead of you of dating before you really find the love of your life. Some people do meet the one when they're really young, but most of the rest of us go through a couple trial runs. So don't feel too desolate about it, I guess. Yeah, and definitely if they were not exclusive when you expected them to be, then there's no coming back from that in my experience. Let's see. So that means Romeo mode activated. Uh-oh. Yeah, 2 is not too bad. 2 relationships. There will probably be more. Chances are good. And if you decide that you don't want there to be more, then that's also okay. The most romantic language. I mean, I think it does sound very romantic. I don't think it's in the family of actual romance languages, but it does sound very romantic, and I think it sounds pretty. I don't know how much Afrikaans I've heard spoken. I imagine it sounds like Dutch, would be my guess. Let's see. When I speak Irish, I sound like an elf or a fairy. I mean, fairies and Ireland, they go together. All right, scrolling down. It was fun, guys. Finished all my video clips, my to-do list, and now I got to go do some actual work before it's time to go home and sleep. Safe travels. Good luck with the work. Mm-hmm. Have no idea how to pronounce that. Nihaun Ober Ishka A. That's probably butchering it. See you in the next stream. Doing one today at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you are up at 4 p.m. Eastern, actually, I think I could make the beginning of that. This cat is being naughty. All right, see you, Adrian. Probably see you at the live stream. Aduntas. No idea how it's actually pronounced. Next Sunday, all about polyamory and pop culture and fiction. Interesting. Keep your eyes peeled for my next actual video. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Books by Adrian, he does have a YouTube channel, and the videos I've seen from him are really well done. And let's see, non-Irish speakers, Irish sounds mysterious and elven-like. Yeah, I guess it does have kind of that lilt to it that I would associate with Elvish. You do sound like elves. Like the war language. Hashtag Afrikaans is not Orcish. Yeah, it's got kind of that like it lifts in different places than you're used to hearing in English, but I think it still sounds nice. And fluent in Irish, perfect for people with an elf fetish. Still posting Irish lessons on Wattpad. Oh, that's interesting. French is the most romantic. Oh dear. See, we don't know what it's supposed to sound like, so we don't know if it sounds romantic or not. And all right, now we're coming to the end. Translation: you are more beautiful than Lafa themselves. Very nice. Oh dear. Well, if and when we actually hear each other speak in person, we'll have to let you know. All right, I think that it's a good time to call it a night or a day or whatever time this is, so that I can. The cat is trying to eat cords over here. That's what's distracting me. I want to try and say hi to Renee before her stream is over, if it's still going. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. And thank you everyone for coming. Waves goodbye to fellow writer. Yes. Emo Lauch Dwi. No idea. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's safe. I hope everyone is staying somewhat sane. And yeah, I hope you're safe, and I hope you're writing. So long, everyone.